I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me. And the letter was on its way.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what will be hopefully another double feature here for Darkest Dungeon on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Who were able to see the previous episode. I'm not really sure if anyone just understood what I said. So if you were able to see the previous episode, basically I did 2 apprentice level runs because we have a surplus of level 1 and 2 or 0 even heroes. So we need to keep pushing them up until like level 3 so that when we try to do the Darkest Dungeon run, I will have some form of an army to rely upon if I would lose some of my party members, which is more than likely, to be perfectly honest. I still completely suck at the top of the mountain, and even the champion level runs can kick my ass at any time. So probably I'm not gonna be adding any more party members. I do realize that we have still some 4 inventory slots left here at Hamlet, but what I'm gonna take a look at is the potential available runs or dungeons for us, the rewards. We are currently trying to stack up some busts, so that will be one of the priorities. So just bear with me, and with the power of editing, I will talk to you shortly. Okay, so for the first run, I have decided to go for a weld. We're gonna take Crusader, Highwayman, Jester, and Musketeer. So we have 2 medics, 1 person who can buff our party, and 1 damage dealer. Now I was looking for a potential raid here which would give me the possibility of obtaining busts because I'm currently in the process of grinding our lower ranked heroes. I did not take a look at the medium level raids, so yeah, we're gonna go into Weld. And we're gonna do a long run, so I do wonder how this will turn out. We're gonna have to take a lot of provisions. And let's just make sure that we have everything that we do require in order to have a successful run throughout the weld. This might be it, so wish me luck.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Okay, so this is gonna be one of those runs, huh? Okay, darn it. I even wonder if this is gonna be double feature, if this is gonna be such a long run, to be perfectly honest. We will see. Darn it. Okay, so let's try to formulate the best plan on how to scout out this dungeon. The best idea which I am currently able to come up with is to go to the west, to this room, then go down south, return back, go through these rooms, go north, go to the east, return, and go to the south. So I think that's gonna be the path which I'm gonna try to follow, and immediately we're gonna lose a freaking shovel.
Spreading corruption, malformed with
Not really looking to start using up my resources immediately from the start, so we're gonna hold on for a bit onto them. Take a look what's inside of this.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Now I don't mind getting a shovel back.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
These are nice, but my priority are going to be busts. Luckily enough, I do possess party which is capable of attacking the back row. So even if we're gonna come across like a stress dealing unit, we might be just able to pull off a decent attack at the back row. We're gonna start off immediately with a lovely critical here. The Blight is surely kind of an annoying thing to deal with, but we're gonna try to push back or push down the stress. The first fungal artillery has been disposed of, so good job from our highwaymen. A nice little dodge from the Crusader. Thinking we are gonna mark the second fungal artillery in order to ensure that the next attacks will deal added damage, or that we don't potentially miss out on the attacks. Let's just go with the point blank shot. The Musketeer might try to attack here. With the Crusader, I might try to heal the Highwayman. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go with a heal for the Highwayman. He still has Repose activated, so I'm not sure if someone will try to attack him. So far so good, so far so good. The buff from the Gesture is still active.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
The crests are gonna be left behind. Let's check what's in the tent. Unfortunately, not that much. So far so good, but we have just started this.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Yeah, we're not touching this. Not a chance. Okay, ectoplasm will be annoying to deal with, that's for sure. Theoretically, if we deal enough damage to them
Another abomination.
before they are able to utilize the cytokinesis, we just might be able to eliminate their possibility of multiplying.
Back to the pit.
Which surprisingly enough worked.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Now, due to the layout of the map, there's no chance in hell I'm gonna be returning back here. So we have a full stack of deeds now. We have 2 pieces of onyx and 125 pieces of gold. 125 pieces of gold is definitely not more valuable than the onyx itself. Let's pop the torch.
The path is clear. We require only
We're
the
gonna
strength
see
to
some
follow
busts.
it.
I'm taking the busts. Unfortunately, I don't see busts. And I'm gonna switch the emerald with the 2 deeds. And the worst thing is, I have 1 skeletal key left. So if we come across more of the treasure chests, I'm kind of screwed. Okay, so now we're gonna go to this room over here. You know what, let's just keep popping torches so that I have a radiant light, and so that I will soon run out of that 1 stack of torches and have additional inventory slot available. I really don't feel the need right now to still do the camping. It's kind of a pointless thing to do at this point. Let's see what's the battle here, and based on that we will then
As the light
adjust.
gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made.
Okay, so this is gonna be actually annoying because the Madman has the possibility to dodge quite a lot of attacks, so the possibility to utilize the mark from the Musketeer will be quite important. Thankfully, I was able to surprise the enemy, so we're gonna at least take the first turn. 26 out of... you know what, let's heal yourself. Fortunately, the riposte won't activate on the mass accusation or the AoE attack from the madman, so we're gonna have to hold out a bit longer, but hopefully
Masterfully
the
executed.
bleed applied here, yeah, that won't still kill him. My biggest... Yeah, thanks to the trinket, we were able to resist the rabies, so I'm really happy that I decided to take the Ancestor's Handkerchief.
Birthplace of dread.
These puppies really have some teething problem because they are chewing anything and everything in their vicinity. Nice kill.
With impunity.
Let's see if the Crusader can finish off the last pup. I really don't want to be hanging around the dogs for too long, unless I really have to. Would actually kill if I can free up one of these inventory slots. So that we can keep the gold. We still have 2 full stacks of provisions. We have still 2 camps. Okay, even more puppies. And even another unfortunate owner of the dogs who is probably just trying to walk his pups, but we are kind of ruining the family event here. I don't know. It's just my idea of what's happening. Let's try to dish out as much damage as we can. Madman is gone. Nice resist there. Nice dodge from the dog.
Such a terrible assault.
Yeah, with the critical I was afraid she's gonna get rabies. You know what? Let's try to apply some bleed on the dogs.
As the enemy crumbles.
And with the Musketeer and the Crusader, I can theoretically try to heal our party members. Rabies are definitely an annoying thing to deal with, but I think we should be able to manage. Okay, that's 2 stacks of bleed, or 2 points of bleed, so that dog is definitely a goner. Let's heal yourself. You did take quite a lot of damage.
And improvement.
Let's reduce the stress on the Crusader. He was able to build up quite a lot of it. The other dog is dead now, so we don't have to bother with that. Just try to heal the Crusader so that he can reduce the stress on the Highwayman, for example. If he will have his turn, but I don't think he will go before the pup.
A trifling victory.
And we are almost at a full stack of gold here.
The light, the promise of safety.
Okay, this is a bit more annoying of a situation. We have actually 2 stress healing units at the back. A horror has been applied to our Musketeer, so her stress will be popping up through the roof if she gets more stress-related attacks from either the Acolyte or the Madman. So let's try to mark her, and hopefully we're gonna be able to apply some abilities here. Unfortunately, I totally forgot to switch the Highwayman to the second position in order for him to utilize the Duelist advance, so he would be actually now dodging or trying to return the damage to both these Scratchers. We really need to do something regarding the horror being constantly applied here. Let's try to do another buff for the Musketeer. Try to reduce the health on the Acolyte. It will be up to the Musketeer to try to shoot her. Thank you for resisting the movement. Definitely did help me out a lot. Let's especially since my Jester is specifically set up for the 3rd position. If he would be moved around a lot, that would just not be great. Okay, the critical has reduced some stress here. Let's go for another buff here. I really don't think that the bleed which we would be able to apply to the Madman would deal enough damage. Let's move you back. Let's see. I do realize I could have marked him, but I just think with the combination of these 3 trying to attack, we might be able to kill him. Beautiful. Really don't want to let more of the stress stack up onto the Musketeer, and the damage which is dealt from the Scratcher is not that significant for me to be concerned. So we can recover some stress here or some health here, especially if we manage to dodge some of these attacks. But what I need to also keep an eye out is the timer on the rounds, because I really don't want to take too damn long in order for him to actually get some additional support.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So 550 is less than 700, so we are keeping that there. We cannot take the shovel because we have full stack. You can pause the screen and read through the journal. I don't take these back to the darkest dungeon or to the hamlet, so you can just read about it and we will continue. Also, theoretically, let's reduce the negative quirk. It's definitely an annoying thing to deal with. And I don't know, let's go with you. And let's remove a quirk. So as I said, I want to clear out this section, because otherwise we would have to probably backtrack over here, because I'm not sure if we would clear out 90% of all the rooms by clearing out all the southern section of the map. I mean, there are a lot of them, but we would still probably have to return all the way up here. It's just gonna be probably 10 times easier for me to do this section than come here, camp, and then, for example, try to, I don't know, do something else. Beautiful, beautiful, which leaves only the last bone rabble. Now, the Crusader has added damage versus the Unholy, so theoretically I might try to use the Crusader in order to attack the rabble, unless the Highwayman will completely annihilate him.
Be wary.
Or it.
Pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Looks like Wayne had there some sort of an issue. Hopefully we won't see more issues like that. Okay. More stress! Yay! Let's go for another boost. It always helps us to give us more speed. That way we can theoretically get the upper hand and go before the enemy, so that we might be able to dish out more punishment or get rid of some of those annoying pesky classes which might be causing some issues to us. Fortunately, that was a dodge, but that was not a dodge. Let's take a look at the stress levels. So far so good. Most likely the biggest contender for the stress heal is the Highwayman. Let's go for another buff. We are now +4 speed. Let's apply some bleed here to the Scratcher. Might help us out. Really need to get rid of the Madman there, so Musketeer will probably have to mark the fella. I've never seen actually the mark miss a target. I'm not really sure if it's possible to build up your dodge so much so that you can theoretically dodge the mark. Beautiful, beautiful. The bleed definitely did help, because if the bleed would not have been applied, the HP on the Scratcher would be high enough so that he would actually survive the riposte from the Highwayman. Okay, please don't fail me. Beautiful. Love this class. It's actually super interesting to me to see that the Musketeer has been like a single or simple add-on to the game. No, I don't think you had to pay for that class.
This expedition at least promises success.
I'm not really sure right now, but I definitely know that the Shield Breaker did require a transaction. So once you are done reading this, we can move on. Like I said, if you want to, pause the screen. If there would be a reward for us as players, that, for example, we would bring these notes to the town, and Wayne, the narrator of the game, would actually read them to us, okay, then you have me. Then I would be collecting these. But this way, I just don't see the added bonus of this. That's a single portrait. This is gonna be annoying, trust me. Okay, so basically what we're gonna be dealing here with is the combo of damage and stress. We're gonna try to get rid of the Acolyte and the Madman as fast as possible.
Decimated.
Fortunately, the Crusader cannot reach with his attack the Madman, and the Holy Lance can be only used if he would be switched to the back or something. So, in his current position, he's just gonna be there dishing out some stress heals or some regular heals to our party members. Let's go with some bleed here. Okay, the Madman is almost dead. Unfortunately, we do have horror applied onto the Highwayman, and he has that negative quirk, which I really hate, for which I will probably have to either camp or do something in order to get rid of the massive plus 15% stress. I mean, right now it doesn't look like that much, but if I want to utilize the class or the specific hero for another run, yeah, you better believe I want to keep the stress as low as possible.
Success
Okay.
so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Now, unfortunately, I did manage to drop one of the previously owned stack of deeds. Portraits are more valuable, and we do have a Manslayer ring. Okay, so we have one more room over here which needs to be cleared out. So let's go check it out. Ooh, first spiders. I'm actually not a huge fan of spiders, but since we are getting rid of at least one of them, two of them, we need to make sure we kill the spitter. I'm not sure if Musketeer can go before the spitter, but okay.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah, I kind of do want the money, but we have onyx, we have emeralds, we have a full stack of gold. I really should hold on to some of the collectible items because we still have a lot of blueprints for our town. We just don't have enough of these resources in order to get the construction completed. Okay, let's go for a buff. We're definitely gonna camp eventually. I don't think we're gonna do it here. I think we're gonna do it like somewhere around here. Really nice repost, really nice. Crusader can use a heal on the highwayman. Please don't. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, she is dead. Always a great result. Okay, what are the chances? 13 points of dodge, that's quite high. Come on. Okay, so the Acolyte is definitely a goner. Brawler is dead too. So we have one last brawler to deal with, and we can do 2 heals. One for Crusader, one for Musketeer.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And now let's deal with this bad boy. Okay, let's go with some reduction in stress. We also need to do this for the Musketeer.
Annihilated.
That's gonna probably take another camping session for that.
Push on to the task's end.
Okay, so we have 3 pieces of onyx, we have 2 pieces of emeralds, we have 1,750 gold. Portrait is not as valuable as a sapphire to me, at least. And unfortunately, we would require more inventory space, which we do not have. So this is going to be left behind. And I know that I said that money is not that much of a priority because we have lots of blueprints. Ooh, darn it. One thing which I totally forgot to check is the camping skill of my party members. Okay, they actually have really decent talents, so I'm really glad I've been working on these guys. But we still have a long way to go with them in order to get them up in that top manor, sitting on top of that hill. Trust me, that is a location which I really do not like to go to. It's like when you're supposed to go to see your family members during the weekend, but you just really don't want to because obvious reasons. Anyhow, let us get to this room, and that is where I will do the camping. I can theoretically check out what's in this thing.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
This is just annoying. I could have had 2 portraits, but unfortunately I'm not gonna be even popping torches right now because we're gonna basically camp, which is gonna reduce or remove some of this stuff and also get us back to radiant light. Let's go for the camp here.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself.
So let's prevent a nighttime ambush. How many more points do we have? Let's go for this. This will reduce the stress on the entire party. And I don't know, let's buff also the Musketeer here. And that's all our points. So now that we at least know that there is a trap, hopefully Highwayman will be able to disarm it. Yeah, I totally forgot the word. That's why there was such a long gap. It's not that I fell in the middle of the recording or something. My god, how many people are taking their dogs out for a walk in these damn places? I mean, it's always a guy with 3 puppies. And the horror has been applied yet again. Please don't give me rabies. Okay, so one of the puppies is gone. The owner is gone.
Well struck.
I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to kill this one. Yeah, the dodge on these dogs is too damn high. Luckily, the Jester has usually the highest speed of any of the classes on the battlefield, so usually is the first class to go. Really nice, really nice. You know what, let's apply these bandages.
The ground quakes.
Beautiful, at least I know that the buff is working. Can take the gold for now. Unfortunately, I did not come across a single piece of a bust as of yet. It just might not be that type of raid. Sometimes if you go actually in Darkest Dungeon on a raid, throughout your run you might be coming across a completely different set of items which are different from those which you might get as a reward for successfully completing the run. Come on, guys. Let's see if we can apply some bleed here. Fortunately, not enough. Still need to dish out additional damage to the spiders. So far, so good. That might be a stun. He is now marked, so unless the highwayman kills the spider, yeah, the spider would then try to bite the crusader. Let's get rid of the debuff. Let's give you a buff. Let's pop a torch. Sure, let's take a look.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay, we're taking definitely this. We are definitely holding on to those damn provisions. That was an accidental misclick. So let's pretend that did not happen. Another torch. Wow.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
I can theoretically pop a shovel here. Yeah, I really don't want any of those things. It's unfortunate. Okay, a different set of enemy approaches us. This time we have 2 acolytes and 2 fungal scratchers for a change. Usually was an acolyte and a madman, or a madman and 3 puppies, or actually we did not see that many fungal artillery. I'm actually surprised about that. We have seen more human enemies on this run than usual. At least that's what I have observed, at least on this dungeon run. Theoretically, you might be able to kill this fungal scratcher. It's really nice, really, really nice. Ooh, let's go for a buff. Don't have that much stress build up as of yet. Let's move you back so you have access to the ranged attacks. He has been unfortunately pushed back, which is unfortunate. But because both of the ladies decided to play with the highwayman, they paid greatly for that. And I really don't feel like screwing around with them a whole lot longer. So now we can move you over here, and we are back to the proper order of things. You know, what's the point of taking a highwayman which is skilled in disarming traps or scouting when you are not scouting?
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Okay, so we are coming onto the last room. This might be interesting to see how this engagement plays out. I'm gonna try to deal as much damage to the spiders as possible, hoping to kill as many of them as I can. We're gonna leave the spitter as he is. He might go after the highwayman, at least that's what I was hoping for. Thankfully, the jester has managed to dodge that pesky attack. Let's go for a stress reduction, at least on the highwayman.
A death by inches.
Holy water, bandage, this and that. The citrine is definitely not worth taking.
Hacks
Busts,
laden with
finally.
loot are often low on supplies.
We're definitely, or we can also take the deeds too, sure, why the heck not? It's probably gonna be it. I'm not really sure if there's gonna be a point of me trying to do anything else. Wait, did you get a disease? No. And what does the damn rabies do? Minus 10% accuracy, but plus 15% damage. Yeah, I really don't like the disease, so we're gonna remove that. A portrait. We would have a full stack at this point. You can read about the blood-soaked pages torn from a journal, number 6 out of 6. I'm gonna continue and pretend like I did not see the third portrait of this run. And we're gonna return to Hamlet. I don't see the point of staying here any longer.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
So overall, we are getting 9,640 gold, and we are getting 2 busts, 8 deeds, plus the additional 4 portraits, additional 7,500 gold, and the commander's orders. And all of our party members have reached at least level 2. Crusader is almost level 3.
A fresh irritant, the sun. A sanguine memory to me.
So since this was actually a longer run due to the backtracking and everything, I'm gonna probably cut off the episode here. I know that the previous episode had 2 runs, but they were not as long as this, so yeah, I'm gonna still have to keep leveling up these guys. I still want to showcase the Bloodsuckers from the Crimson Court DLC. I still want to showcase the Darkest Dungeon on top of the Hill of Hamlet and stuff. So definitely consider subscribing to the channel. I publish content on a weekly basis. I do playthroughs, discussions, early in-game reviews, tips and tricks, and who knows what else I might eventually put together if I get better system. So definitely make sure to check out the channel. Link is in the description. If you have any questions or whatever, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will try to get back to you at my earliest convenience. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully, I will see you at the next one. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.